Kani gadega Patisi TV, bat pidang pek yaki kubor baman kasni.
Hadian bonteli ki jingja sha Thom bor jeng ki Kynthei hakaleng kejela khamta mi ki khna Kynthei ki badangrat karta henne kasni ka khatnyo tere ubna yayong ka Meghalaya State Commission for Women hapo ka jelam jo ka chairperson ikong Thailand phanbo kalalum da ka jelang ya ki he jo katnat Pulit bat ki seng tremon sobha ban Ïatai Ïatai Halor kani kaman hakani ka jelang na kalyang katnat Pulit lawan mikman da superintendent of police jong ka East Castles district Davis Marang bat deputy DIG CID branch MK Singh Kiway pat ki balawan sakani ki jelang ki Kynthei ya ka chairperson jong ka State Commission for Protection of Child Rights ikong Mina Kharkangor bat kiwi de nakalang ki he Pulit hakani ka sngi ki letho yala ka jong ka jing halor kani ki banta bat ka wai hi na ki jing ba khmat do kadai namar ka jing bam klo jong ki bayang asam jong ki tukelanot banwan chakman ban ujor ya kinong le kamsnio hadin ka jing Ïatai sani ba halor kani ka banta kabalakta mat yong ya emlang salang bat ki jaj bentriu hi jong kani ka jela nakalang ka Meghalaya State Commission for Women kan sawa di kila Kynthei komno bante lakam yukum kini ki jingja bat ban panyo ya ki jing bishar ka bahok ya ki bangat hakum kini ki jingja hakabakaan kan pensistam ting ya ki tu ki breu ki bran kti hakum kini ki kambamman.
We would like to express our deep sadness regarding this incident. Not only we would like to give our support to those family victims as well as to the entire people who have been raising and crying for justice in this country. So with this in view, that is why we have we are all let us discuss together. We need each and everyone to come together in this, how to deal with this situation. See if that recently that girl in Garbage, only one person, that girl who was molested, only one person was arrested. But in the video clipping you can see that so many of them are there who's trying to molest the girl. So others, those cases of murders, which I think recently we have had a request to take stock of that. So now we would like to hear from the police, because in the paper regarding that Khot was arrested, he was also released within a day. So this sort of thing also gives us a little feeling very unsafe, very uncertain about this situation. That now everybody, the parents, they are really scared of sending their children alone. That is why everybody, we have to we have to take the trouble of ourselves, even despite of the parent being busy to attend to the jobs or whatever, but still there's a feeling, a strong feeling that there is no security for the children, especially. And even a woman at that age in West Khazir who was raped and she was taken into the forest. So all these things, not only here, everywhere. So now what are we doing and how we are going to tackle this problem? So what happened, some of the cases like that Sengbhalang case also still pending, still in the court. So for how many years now? Yes, 2 years now, more than 2 years. So we would like to know from the crime branch what has happened. That mountain case also is there. And so many other cases.
A very disturbing situation which is going on in the country, especially in our state also, with so many cases of sexual assault against children, against women, and reading in the newspaper recently of a policeman, if you don't mind, getting bail immediately from the district council, whatever may be it. But these deters people to come forward, and it seems when we speak, in any way, people they are fed up of the judiciary. They are fed up of police investigations. Like they don't have faith anymore. It seems. And with POXO cases also, see the trials are so slow. And in this Marvelin Inns case, I think, sir, I think from our commission we had filed around 19 FIRs. But till date, I think only 3 cases have been charge sheeted till today. So we don't know the fate of those cases also, whether they have been charge sheeted, whether they have been sent up for trial. So these are things, which really dampens our spirit when we want to work for the benefit of women and children. But as a commission, we can do only a limited bit. We cannot, we cannot go beyond our jurisdiction. So that's why we are gathered here today to take stock of things, and especially with recently, with the exposure of all these videos, they go viral. Anything happens, even if a small child is molested, it's viral on the WhatsApp. Everyone comes to know about it. So like, we are very, very worried about this, and we want to find solutions how to, address this issue which is on the rise now. Anything happens, people just shoot it out in the WhatsApp, and also, like, anything from your side, from the cybercrime side, what can be done? How can we check these videos which goes viral and all? This is one issue which we were talking with Madam in the morning also. So, like, we want to address these issues and all, at least bring some sort of closure to it, like, people are really so angry about all these things and all.
In some of the cases, ma'am, which we think that some of the clues might be taken out by the FSL teams. So immediately in Eastern Range, we are dispatching teams from FSL. Immediately after the report is received that some things might be there at the PO. So we are dispatching teams from FSL which give their own report and suggest to the IO what all can be collected. Like, there might be some blood samples or there might be some hair samples. So all those are collected, preserved, and they are sent to either our Shillong FSL or Guwahati or Kolkata, wherever the experts are sitting. And in all the cases, we are making utmost and full attempts to arrest the accused. That is the first priority of the police. In majority of the cases, we have arrested them. In some of the cases, they are absconding. So in those cases also, we are trying to go through the courts, either to proclaim them as offenders, or maybe going to the extent of attaching their property. We will know about their properties as well. So that way the court will issue a non-bailable warrant of arrest. So all those things we are doing. Those people who have absconded also. About this Pulwari case, ma'am, as you rightly mentioned, only one person was arrested. I talked to SP today, he says the rest of the 3 will be surrendering in the court today. So they will also be taken into police custody. In this case also, ma'am, will not spare anyone. I feel, ma'am, at the end of the day, after the case is registered, the priority is that of the safety and security of the victim, especially a minor girl, under POXO Act. So police definitely gets in touch with DCP and the Social Welfare Department, because immediately after a crime is reported and a case is investigated, the victim may not feel comfortable actually to tell everything. So we have to create that kind of comfort zone for her, so that she can come out and give her statements properly. And for that also the police has to follow certain laws, rules and regulations. The minor really cannot go in uniform. So we have to take the statement in front of the family members. So all those things we have to follow, for which we may have to wait for some time sometimes. Initially she may also be quite afraid. Anybody would be afraid if they have gone through this kind of trauma. So sometimes we generally wait and look for an opportune moment when she is comfortable and she can narrate all the facts, which helps us during the course of investigation.
Yes, ma'am, it is true that in the recent times there have been 1 or 2 incidents wherein some reports of crime against women and children have taken place. However, in this few cases also we are facing some practical problems. One of the practical problems is in one of the cases we got to know that it is the parents, the mother, who is actually blocking the investigation. It's not very helpful when we are trying to take the statement of the victim. In one of the cases, even in one of these cases also, many a times, like I said, many of the crimes are reported late, like what sir has just pointed out. Like this incident in the Tosi's case also, it purportedly happened on the 2nd of February. It was reported only in the month of April. So there is already a delay of so many days. So then it becomes a problem for us to collect evidence as well. Secondly, it is again a question of cooperation even from the victims and also from the witnesses and family members as well. The third thing that I would like to point out, ma'am, is many other times we get some reports from different NGOs, from even from the Women's Commission, Child Commission as well, about some crimes against women and children. However, when we actually go and investigate, we find that there are no one actually coming forward to file an FIR. Many a times we have filed suo motu FIRs, but when we proceed with the investigation, we find that many of the witnesses also turn hostile during the course of investigation. And that is one of the reasons why many of our cases fail. We don't know why as to why witnesses are turning hostile. Maybe they are intimidated, maybe someone has influenced to change their statements. But nevertheless, because we have to rely on procedures in the process of investigation, our job is to collect the facts and present it in the court. It is the prosecution which will fight the case for us. So many times it is the prosecution which will present our case on our behalf. The IO may not be able to present what he has done unless he is examined properly in the court. So therein lies some of our practical problems. The third problem is, like in what you pointed out about that Umalinga case, we have already sent that mobile which we have seized for analysis. Till now we have not got back the report. So that is why the delay in the report. We have sent for forensic analysis. Till now, we have, and that forensic analysis cannot be done here in Shillong or in Guwahati. We have to send it to Hyderabad. Until date, we have not got back the report. So we have sent several reminders to them to expedite the examination of that mobile forensics. So these are some critical information which are required in course of investigation, based on which we can proceed further in the investigation.